Hi there, hope you have a fantastic day today. This lesson I'm going to teach you blood alcohol content. Before we start, if you like, you can also download the questions on the description below so you can work with me. So let's go straight into it. Caroline drank 2 small bottles of wine over 3-hour period. Each of these bottles contains 2.3 standard drinks. Caroline weighs 53 kilograms. What is her approximate blood alcohol content at the end of this period? So first of all, we know that the formula given is this. And for male is this formula, and for female is this. So therefore, we choose blood alcohol for female. And we know that N is the number of standard drinks. H is number of hours drinking. And M is the mass of Caroline. So let's go straight into it. So we know that BAC is equal to 10N minus 7.5 H over 5.5 M. Now, N is the number of standard drinks. So that is each of these bottles, it contains 2.3 and we have 2 of them. So therefore we need to go N is equal to 2.3 times 2 because each bottle contains 2.3 standard drinks. So therefore 2 bottles, so which is times 2. So that will give me 4.6. Correct? So now we just go 10 times the number of standard drinks, which is 4.6, and minus 7.5 times H. H is the number of hours drinking, and the hour of drinking is 3 hours. So which is times by 3 and divided by, so M is the mass, so which is 5.5 times 53. That's all. So now just put on a calculator. Fractions, 10 times 4.6 minus 7.5 times 3. So just substitute in the calculator, that's all. And divide by 5.5 times 53. There you go. 0.081 for 3 decimal places, right? So 0.081. There you go. So this is the blood alcohol content for Caroline. Now please pause the video and read the question first. And then if you like, you can do it yourself. Otherwise, just watch how I do it. Hi, I'm back. Let's go through it together. So first of all, we know that Jake stopped drinking at 10:30 p.m. And we know that his blood alcohol content is this. And the question is asking for what time on next day should Jake expect his blood alcohol content to be 0.05. Now to do this, so we need to work out the blood alcohol content drop from 0.08375 to this. So we just find the difference first. So we go 0.08375 minus 0.05. So that is 0.0. So 8 minus 5 is 3. So 375. Otherwise, we can just use calculator. So now to work out the time, so the blood alcohol content now is this, because drop from 0.0375 to 0.05. So that will give me this. So now I just put in a formula to work out how long it takes to reach to 0.05. Okay? So I go time is equal to the blood alcohol content is 0.03375 divided by 0.015. So just put that in the calculator. So what I do is 0.03375 divided by 0.015. So equal to 2.25. So let me just write this down. Equal to 2.25 hours. So therefore, that is 2 hours and 15 minutes. Otherwise, you can just use your calculator and we just press the degree, minutes and second button, or the bubble button if you like, this one here. So there you go, 2 hours and 15 minutes. So 2 hours and 15 minutes. That is how long it takes to reach the blood alcohol content from this to 0.05. But then we know that Jake stopped drinking at 10:30. So we need to work out the time that his blood alcohol content reached 0.05. So we know that it takes 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I just draw a timeline first. So he stopped drinking at 10:30 p.m. and we just add 2 hours and 15 minutes. So we add 2 hours, that will give me 12:30 a.m. Okay, and then we add another, this is 2 hours of course, and then we add another 15 minutes. So we add another 15 minutes, so this will give me 12 hours, 12:45 a.m. So therefore, the answer is 12:45 a.m. next day. Next one, please stop the video and try this one yourself. Hi, I'm back. How do you go? So let's go through it together, okay? So first of all, we know that Reese is drinking over a period of 5 hours. So H is equal to 5. And we know that each bottle is equal to 0.8 of a standard drink. So this is one bottle is equal to 0.8. And then we know the mass M is equal to 90. This is M. And the question is, what is the maximum number of complete bottle of the low alcohol beer he can drink to remain under a blood alcohol content of 0.5? So we know that the formula given is this. So now we just substitute the value in to find N first, because we haven't got N. So BAC is 0.05. So I just put that in. So 10N, so we don't know N yet. So we just write 10N first. And minus 7.5 H. H is the hours, which is 5 hours period. So in this case, so 7.5 times 5 over 6.8 times M. M is 90. So we just write 90 down. So now we just solve these equations. Now to do this, so 0.05 is just exactly the same as 0.05 over 1. So what I do now is just do cross multiply. So 1 times this and then 0.05 times this. So this means that 0.05 times 6.8 times 90, 1 times this is exactly the same. So just write 10N minus 7.5 times 5. So now what I do, I just move these terms here on this side. So it becomes positive. So that will give me 0.05 times 6.8 times 90 plus 7.5 times 5, and is equal to 10N. There you go. So let me just move this up. So now I just put this in the calculator. So I just go 0.05 times 6.8 times 90. And then we add 5.5 times 5. So that is 68.1. So that means 68.1 is equal to 10n. So I divide by 10 on both sides. So therefore, n is equal to 6.81. So therefore, n is 6.81. But then we need to work out how many complete bottle. Okay, so the maximum number of complete bottle. So we know that one bottle is equal to 0.8 standard drinks. So I just go one bottle. So equal to 0.8 standard drinks. So now we have 6.81 standard drink. So we need to work out from here to here how many times. So to do this, I just put that in the calculator. So I go 6.81 divided by 0.8. So that means from here to here, we times by 8.5125. So in another word, from here to here, I also times by 8.5125. So this is 8.5125 bottles. So this means that if Reese drinks 8.5125 bottles of beer, he will have a blood alcohol content of 0.05. But we want to be below that. So therefore, if we drink 8 bottles, it will be below 0.05 blood alcohol content. So I just write this down. So therefore, he can drink maximum of 8 bottles. There you go. I hope you got it correct. Last one. Please stop the video and try this one yourself. Hi, I'm back. How did you go? So let's go through it together, okay? So we know that M, the mass, is 84. So this is M. And then the time, which is H, is 4 hours. So this is H. And the blood content, we need to be less than 0.05. So which is BAC. And we know the formula given is this. So now we just substitute this value in and solve the equations. That's all. So that is 10, and we don't know n. So we just write n down, minus 7.5 times H, which is 4 over 6.8 m. In this case, m is 84. This is to work out the blood alcohol content. So, but then we want this to be less than 0.05. So just write this, less than 0.05. So this is it. So what we need to do now is we just solve this in equations, okay? So let me move this up a bit. So to solve this is exactly the same as the way we solve in equations. Except this one here, when we time or divide by negative number, so we switch a less than becomes greater than. That's the only difference, okay? So now 0.05 is exactly the same as 0.05 over 1. So what I do now is I just cross multiply. So this time together. So 1 times this is exactly the same. So I just write this down. So 1 times 10n minus 7.5 times 4 is exactly the same. So 10n minus 7.5 times 4. That is less than 0.05 times 6.8 times 84. So now I can just move this on this side. So it becomes plus. So just go 10n is less than 0.05 times 6.8 times 84 plus 7.5 times 4. So now I just put that in the calculator. So I just go 0.05 times 6.8 times 84 plus 7.5 times 4. There you go. So 58.56. So I just write 10n is less than 58.56. So now I just divide by 10 on both sides. So therefore n is less than, divide by 10. So 5.856. Otherwise, just use your calculator to work it out. So now the number of standard drinks must be less than 5.8756. But we're talking about standard drinks, so we just write. So therefore, we just write standard drink in whole number. Okay. So therefore, if he drink 5 standard drinks, his blood alcohol content will be less than 0.05. But if he drinks 6 standard drinks, his blood alcohol content will be above 0.05. Okay. So therefore, I write this down. The maximum number of, I just write here, standard drink. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.